to the end. Like it was one of the most spoken about competition. It pushed the both of us. And everyone, when we did our KCPE, was waiting
to see
who
how
will,
it will go, how it will end.
Yes. So I remember thinking we had repeaters last time in our school.
So you're considering repeating?
Can I go back?
Like you're a tough guy.
Yes, and get this tarehe, because now I think I can get the 400 if I go back and put more work. Option 2.
From 17 you get to top 4.
Yes,
wow.
And then what happened then is my confidence shifted. And I was like,
the more you
were
exposing your ability, you got more confident. Right?
And then I realized that I got respect now from
the big boys.
Yes, and I was like, now you see me. And
so now they will come to you to show them how to do those maths.
I was like, okay, now I want the top position.
Okay.
And when I was in class 5, I was top of the class.
Let me ask you, Edwin, how would you describe, to what would you attribute that very drastic change, from towards the tail to the head now in terms of academic performance? What happened within a very short time to you?
I think it's purpose. I don't know. I can say it's purpose. Although I was very young, I did not know what I was doing in school. And I think what was going on outside the classwork and everything was affecting me. And I think at that time, the shift was, of course, via discipline, because I received some discipline and I had a very watchful...
so the beating brought sense back to you.
I got the discipline back, and my mother or my parents really wanted me to go through school. It's something they missed themselves, and they really wanted me, and being the firstborn, I had to lead by example.
The role model for you.
So I think the discipline kept me straight. That's the early years, because I can't talk about purpose. At that time,
you were too young then to know what purpose was all about.
But then again, as I said, when I saw the shift in confidence from being bullied to the bullies respecting me because of their performance. There is something here, and I want to enjoy this feeling, and I wanted to last long. I want to have respect, and I think I get a sense of purpose or meaning, or I can do something. I have some value. I have something to give, and that's how I started working hard in school and wanting to be competitive.
So when your mindset shifted, you saw a very dramatic shift also in your performance and the consistency of it.
Yes.
Okay, so how long did that last?
So as I said, class 5 is when I topped the class for the first time. And after that, I think I was top up to class 8. In class 8, something happened. There were what we call repeaters. The people who sat the KCPE the previous year, but for some reason could not proceed
they didn't do very well.
They actually, 3 of them did well, but lacked school fees.
Oh, so they could not proceed because of school fees, so they were made to repeat.
They came back. They were bright students.
Okay.
So I think I also had gotten comfortable with position 1. And when I was in class 8, the first exam, we used to call it the opener exam. Just after Christmas, you've had all the chapatis
and you threw away the books.
And the first week, there was an opener, and I had gotten used to it. So I was displaced.
Oh, you lost your number 1?
Yes, to number 4. And
how did you feel?
it was a humbling moment. I was embarrassed, and it was a wake-up call. And also, it dawned on me that, competitive.
Things can change.
Yes,
in
things
a
can.
moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was a wake-up call. I remember I worked so hard, and I couldn't be number one again, even in the upcoming exam, first term, I think, I was number 2. I was able to reclaim 2 positions.
But not number 1.
Number 1 was a sharp guy. So we had a healthy competition across class 8 to the end. Like it was one of the most spoken about competition. It pushed the both of us. And everyone, when we did our KCPE, was waiting
to see
who
how
will,
it will go, how it will end.
Yes, so did KCPE, waited that time.
Yeah.
Did the process that we do after boys finish class 8, and then I was out, and the exam was out around. That time it used to come out in January of the next year.
Yeah.
Very nervous. That time I really had known that I wanted to go to the university.
Yes.
And I was waiting. In fact, I had applied. I had some information that I could get scholarship by the Starehe Boys Center, and I had already applied.
To Starehe
yes. And I was waiting for the result slip to come out so that I forwarded to the school. So when the exam came out, I had 385 marks out of 500. I really wanted to be 400 and above.
What was your expectation?
I wanted 420.
420,
yes.
And you got 385.
385.
Which was still a good top mark.
Yes.
But not quite
yes.
your standard. Wow. How did you feel?
My rival guy had 381.
Oh, you beat him! Good. At least I'm happy. You beat him.
That record stayed for more than 10 years in that school. I was happy I was top.
So you are the top student in the school?
In the school, yes.
Although you didn't meet your mark?
Yes.
Okay.
So nervous, sent the result slip to Starehe Boys, waited. I had an idea that whatever school I am admitted to, my parents will not be able to afford it. And I was relying on some miracle like a scholarship to make it through. So Starehe was
your hope, your only hope.
Yes. So you can imagine how shattered my dreams were when the letter came, and
a league, right? And
it was out of the 3,000 applicants that applied to the school, we could only take 300.
Oh my!
Unfortunately, you are not amongst them.
Only. Yeah.
And we wish you all the best. And I think I was 14, and at that time I was heartbroken. I knew my chances were very slim to proceed with my education. And I remember feeling lost and confused. What will I do? I was admitted to a school called Dururumo High School.
It's still also in Laikipia?
Yeah, near Nyahururu. I think it's now a national school. Then
it's a mixed school?
Yeah.
It's a mixed school.
Then it was a provincial school. And the fee structure I had seen was in the excess of 60,000 then. Was a lot of money. And I had options. I had to weigh my options. And I remember thinking, we had repeaters last time in our school. Can I...
So you are considering repeating?
Can I go back?
Like you're a tough guy.
Yes, and get this Starehe, because now I think I can get the 400 if I go back and put more work. Option 2 was to join a polytechnic.
Wow. Now
yeah.
forget about secondary school.
Yes.
Imeisha.
Yeah, there was that option on the table. I think it was convincing financially because of it takes like 2 years to complete polytechnic. The fee structure is not as steep, and I would have become a mechanic.
Wow.
And I don't know. So the third option was forget.
How come we always have 3 options? In every situation, it's like there are only 3 options.
3, yeah.
So what was the third one?
The third one was to put the Dururumo letter aside and join any high school or secondary school that was available.
That was more affordable.
Yes. And I think weighing the options, number one was it was not guaranteed that I would go back to primary and score 400.
And even if you did,
yes, there was
would the financial circumstances have improved for your parents? And, yeah,
that was
the question.
I would still come back to the same decision.
The same position. Yeah.
There was also the humiliation of you are the best.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
And you're back now with your youngsters in the same class.
Yeah. So I took number 3.
So you decided now let's look for another school.
Yes.
Probably closer home, more affordable.
Yes.
Okay.
So
which school was this?
The school I went to, this is not even known, it was called Mudengera AIPCA Secondary School.
Right near your home?
It was 4 kilometers from home.
From home.
Yeah. It had been started, as I said,
was
by the church.
Was going to be a boarding school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blurry was a boarding. This one was a day school.
So this is now a day school near home?
Near home.
Okay.
So the church had started it, AIPCA, I think, independent.
Yeah, the independent church.
Yes.
Yeah.
It had, so when we joined, they just got 2 classes. So the guys who were in Form 1 the previous year went to Form 2, and we were...
So you were the second class to join?
Yes.
It was a new school?
Yes.
Okay. How did it go?